Now everybody knows who Sophie Cunningham is. Everybody wants a piece of Sophie Cunningham. Her jersey is the #1 selling jersey in the WNBA. Sold out.
I don't guess you could buy the entire WNBA.
A single shirt, one social media post, and one player. That was all it took to turn the WNBA upside down. Sophie Cunningham didn't just put on an Arby shirt, she made a bold statement. She wasn't simply wearing clothing, she was wearing the symbol of a revolution.
Know somebody that has gotten ridiculously popular this year with the Indiana Fever? I made a prediction that she was going to be the second most popular player on this team by the end of the year. And then, of course, there was the big incident during the Connecticut Sun game. And by the end of that game, she was known as Caitlin Clark's enforcer.
An incredible $800,000 worth of shirts sold in just one day, and the WNBA couldn't ignore it. Suddenly, the league found itself scrambling to respond. Sophie Cunningham was fined, but fans turned her into a legend. Now, she's even being linked to a potential opportunity in professional wrestling. At this point, it isn't just about basketball anymore, it's become a full-scale battle. It all began with a hard foul that many believed went uncalled. Sophie took a hit to the head, yet no whistle came. Moments later, she was grabbed around the neck, and once again, there was no call. Fans erupted in frustration, but Sophie decided she would no longer stay silent. Then came the moment that changed everything. She uploaded a TikTok criticizing the referees, calling them slow, ineffective, and blind. Within minutes, the video exploded across social media, reaching 1.3 million views as the comment section descended into complete chaos.
You can see after the game, Caitlin Clark and Sophie are both running up to the referee here. They are both so upset, and the referee is just walking away from them. He won't even look at them in the face. He keeps turning. Like, Sophie even went up at one point and is like tapping on his arm. He would not even look at them. You guys, I have watched so much basketball in my lifetime, so much NBA, so much professional basketball. It's comical at times when you see the players after the games talking to the refs, because a lot of them end up knowing each other at a certain point because they've reffed their game so many times. The fact that this referee wouldn't even acknowledge the
fans began saying what many players wouldn't dare say out loud. Instead of addressing the growing criticism, the WNBA reportedly fined Sophie Cunningham $5,000. Many saw the move as an attempt to silence her, but Sophie responded in the most unexpected way. She laughed off the fine, literally. Then, on game night, she made an even bigger statement by arriving in the now famous Arby shirt featuring the slogan, "Hot girls eat Arby's." Instantly, the internet erupted. It wasn't just a funny moment, it was a calculated one. Fans couldn't get enough of it, and even Arby's official account joined the conversation, celebrating Sophie as in, with fans calling the moment iconic. Chapter 3. Arby's plus Sophie equals a marketing masterstroke. Many supporters claimed Sophie Cunningham had shaken the WNBA with nothing more than a t-shirt. Within hours, the design reportedly sold out across the country. By the following day, reports claimed 800,000 shirts had been sold, generating millions in revenue, none of it benefiting the WNBA. While many believed the league was trying to push her out of the spotlight, Sophie transformed the situation into what supporters described as one of the biggest marketing moments in women's sports. Instead of losing momentum, she gained even more attention. Her TikTok following reportedly skyrocketed from around 300,000 to more than 1.7 million in just a few days, further fueling the viral sensation.
Because her jersey surpassed the all-time woman, Caitlin Clark, the most popular woman ever in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark got her jersey surpassed by Sophie Cunningham. Why? Because Sophie Cunningham stood up for Caitlin Clark. She did all of these Instagrams, she did all of this stuff, and next thing you know, it all didn't matter. It didn't matter. I mean, I'm looking at her Instagram now.
Brands reportedly began lining up to work with Sophie, while her jersey sales surged. Then the story took another dramatic turn. Reports claimed that Jeannie Buss, the owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, offered Sophie Cunningham an opportunity with WOW, Women of Wrestling, describing her as the kind of enforcer the WNBA needed, not only for herself but also to help protect Caitlin Clark. Before long, Caitlin Clark's name was pulled into the growing controversy as well. Meanwhile, Angel Reese added even more fuel to the conversation by reportedly reposting the Arby's clip with a fire emoji and the caption, "They scared of real ones." Supporters argued that the league had created its own biggest challenge. According to those critics, instead of improving officiating, the WNBA fined players, and instead of listening to its biggest stars, it punished them. As the debate intensified, many fans began viewing Sophie Cunningham as the face of the growing rebellion.
This arrangement into the Chicago Sky game. Of course, the Indiana Fever, I would like to say, beat the brakes off the Sky, but really it felt like they underachieved a good bit yesterday with so many Sky members being out of the lineup. But nonetheless, she came walking in to the arena yesterday wearing that. There she is right there. Let's just bring this up. Over at Tater Report. There she is right there. Hot girls eat Arby's. I can only imagine, and I have no idea. I would assume this is some kind of spot.
As league officials continue working to shape the narrative, Sophie Cunningham keeps creating her own legacy, fearlessly, unapologetically, and in bold red ink.
At the end of the day, this is an entertainment business. I know a lot of people pay a lot of money to come and watch us play, and so we want them to have fun. And at the end of the day, I work my tail off in the off season, and now this is my fun. I want to go out there, I want to smile, I want to laugh, I want to get the crowd involved, and that's just who I am. I'm an energy player. Now at the end of the day, I'm going to do what other team needs. But when you get this building popping, it's
television every game. That helps your brand. You come to play with the Fever because you become friends with one of the most powerful in America. But then there's always that moment. And for Sophie Cunningham, that moment occurred the other day with a takedown, a grab. It was perceived that she was protecting Clark. Wasn't really that, but that's what perceptions rule. And now people are interested. It's good.
With Arby's sauce poured on top, the controversy only grew bigger. Fans across social media began asking tough questions. Is the WNBA still a safe place for its biggest stars? Others went even further, wondering, is the league slowly destroying itself? As the debate intensified, those questions spread faster than ever, fueling one of the most talked about controversies in women's basketball.
just trying to make everyone match and make sure we're all just having good vibes, right? You know, the seasons has a bunch of highs and lows, and so just trying to keep a level head on everyone. But I also think that we get to play basketball for a living, and that's super fun. So sometimes you just need a good perspective of like, hey, we're in the grind right now, and it feels hard, but at the end of the day, we get to dribble a ball for a living.
Sophie showed many fans that authenticity can be more powerful than control, that speaking out can matter more than staying silent, and that a fine means little when supporters stand behind you. But then came the twist few people expected. Reports began circulating that the WNBA was considering stricter rules on branded clothing. Critics argued that, instead of focusing on officiating or improving league leadership, the response was simply more control. Meanwhile, Sophie added even more fuel to the conversation by posting a photo of herself holding an Arby's burger while wearing a gold chain engraved with the words 5K Fine Club. Rumors also surfaced that Arby's was interested in making her the face of a national advertising campaign, with reports claiming a deal worth up to $2 million. By this point, supporters argued that the story was no longer just about Sophie Cunningham. It had become a larger conversation about athletes who feel pressured to stay silent. If you believe Sophie Cunningham has changed the conversation forever, drop a emoji in the comments. Do you think the WNBA is falling apart, or is it simply struggling to manage its bigger stars? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates. In the next episode, we'll explore the story behind the reports that Caitlin Clark nearly considered leaving the league amid growing controversy.